spiced apple recipe, then please leave me a comment down below and let me know how well you liked it. If you love hot apple pie but you're trying to count calories, then these fried spiced apples are the perfect dessert for you. They taste just like apple pie but without the crust. All right, you're going to need 1/4 cup of warm water, a splash of lemon juice. If you don't have any lemon juice on hand, you can skip the lemon juice and it will be fine. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of salted butter. If you use unsalted butter, you can add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to your recipe. You will also need 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. If you live outside of the United States, then your cornstarch may be referred to as corn flour. You will also need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. It can be light or dark brown sugar. Dark brown will produce a deeper flavor. You'll want a dash of ground nutmeg and 2 apples. Any variety will work just fine. To begin, add your 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch or corn flour to your 1/4 cup of warm water and let it dissolve and set it aside. Melt your 2 tablespoons of salted butter in a skillet. You want to do this over a low to medium heat. Distribute the butter evenly around the skillet. Make sure the heat is not turned up too high because you do not want to scald your butter. Whenever you're melting butter, it's best to move it around constantly using a spatula or a spoon to prevent it from scalding. Now that the butter is melted, I'm going to add in the sliced apples. The sliced apples need to be sauteed until they turn a nice golden brown color. I'm adding in just a splash of lemon juice now. The lemon juice will help bring out the natural tanginess of the apples. If you don't have lemon juice on hand, you can skip this step and your recipe will still turn out just fine. You want to cook the apples until they're tender and a golden brown. You don't want your apples to be overcooked because then they will turn too soft and mushy. You want to do this over a low to medium heat, and you can keep turning your apples over and moving them around the pan just to ensure that they are browning evenly. If you like apple pie, you will really like these fried spiced apples. Once they are evenly browned, we're going to add in our cornstarch mixture. This mixture will thicken up and it will help us to create a glaze as we add in our other ingredients. Make sure you stir your apples, incorporating the apples and the cornstarch mixture together. Now that this is well combined, we're going to go ahead and start adding in our other ingredients to create the glaze. The first ingredient I'm going to add in is the 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can use any brand of vanilla extract that you would like to use. And yes, I just kind of splashed mine in there. If I got a little bit more than 1/4 of a teaspoon, that's fine with me because I love the flavor of vanilla. You can add more or less depending on your own personal taste. Now I'm adding in the 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then I'm going to sprinkle the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar over the apples, trying to distribute it evenly. And then I'm going to stir that all together until it's well combined. Now remember, we're creating a glaze, so this is going to be incredibly sticky. And if you stay with me until the end, I will show you how I clean the glaze out of my skillet really easy. I'll also show you the 2 different ways that you can serve this dish. This smells so good and it makes the entire house smell so good. The whole house just smells like autumn, I think. And once again, if you're trying to count calories but you love apple pie, this is a great option for a snack because you can still get that taste of apple pie but without all the pie crust. This is so sticky, it's just sticking to the spatula. I should have grabbed a knife or something to pull those off of the spatula with, but I didn't. So I'm going to use my finger. Yes, my hands are clean. I washed them before doing this, and these spiced apples are for me anyway. You can serve these two ways. You can serve them just plain like this if you want them to be more calorie friendly, or you can serve it with ice cream so that you can have fried spiced apples a la mode, and that's the way I like it. To finish up, simply boil some water in that sticky skillet to get that glaze to release. This makes cleanup a snap.
If you try the spiced apple recipe, then please leave me a comment down below and let me know how well you liked it.
Please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you can see more of my videos in the future.